This story was told by my grandmother when I was a child, and I remember this story because I asked her to tell me a bedtime story. She never told me the name of the story, so I think she made it up that time. So I'm going to read the story. Once upon a time, there was a girl. She was a good girl. She lived in a village that was next to the forest. In that forest, she had a playhouse made of wood, and she went to her playhouse after finishing her responsibilities, and before the end of the day she returned to her home with his family. And that was her routine every day, until one day she was going to her wooden house in the forest, and a man who was already old was on her way. This man was with a cart in which he had a lot of heavy things, and that's when the man asked him, "Could you help me to carry some of these things? It's very heavy and my back is already old." And the girl thought about helping him, but if she helped him, there will be no time to play, so she said that she couldn't. She continued her way, but she felt bad about that. So she returned, but there was no old man. So she go to her home with his family, but she is still feeling bad. So the next day, instead of going home, she decided to return to the same place where the old man has been found. She waited there for a long time until the old man appeared, and she ran to him and apologized for not having helped him the day before, and asked him if there was anything else he could help him. He said that she didn't have to worry, and if she can help him with uh, go to shopping in the supermarket, because it was heavy to go and return. So she go to the supermarket, bought all the foods and the things that the old man need, and returned to the house of the old man. He thanked the for the things, and as a gift for that long trip he gave her a seat. The girl was a little confused and asked him what it was, to which the Lord told her that it was soap, and she only used it in times of need. She remembered that words, and years later, um, the girl was not a girl, she was a woman. Her town was no longer a town, it was a city, and when what was once a forest were factories. People were desperate for food and water, and one day the water ran out. And that was the moment when the woman remembered the 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 words of the old man. She quickly went to a place uh, where had enough land to plant the seed. When she planted it, she expected something to happen, but at the moment nothing happened. Uh, or the next day, but she kept hope and waited days until she saw a giant tree grew, and from the roots water began to form, and that formed a river. Everyone was surprised to see this, and now they had a second chance to get it right. That's the story. It's the story of my grandma. Her name was Tina. That's all.